Hey, what's going on, folks? I wanted to show you in this quick little video um, what type of strategies that we're running in our black belt marketing tactic that we're using for clients and how exactly it works. And then you'll be able to see and piece together how all of this works. So first off, I want to get and congratulate you for being able to watch this video. I mean, you took at least one step, and that one step was hitting the play button and putting your headphones in. But I wanted to show you how this process comes into play with helping you with, getting more customers, uh, acquiring better leads, and just overall growing a brand in your industry and in your area. So this is how it's going to work. And keep in mind, our main focus isn't just acquiring leads, even though that is one of the most important parts of this. Our main focus is trying our best to become an authority and to give as much value as possible so that these people who sign up show up for the appointments, trust you as an authority, trust you as a person, believe in your service, believe that you can help them. Therefore, they take a lot more interest in moving forward. So all together, we're trying our best to get faster customers. That's what this is all about. Get faster customers with minimum amount of effort. And the colder your traffic is, the more you start the targeting people who don't know who you are, the harder it is to convert them into customers because now you've got to give all of that value over a phone call that they don't answer or over an appointment or session or consultation that they don't show up to, and it just makes it much more tiring some and time consuming to you. So take a look at this. So the first thing what we do is we're going to run people straight in to an opt-in page, and we're going to separate our opt-in pages out. Like we have a separate opt-in page for Google AdWords, for YouTube ads, for display ads, for search ads. We have a separate opt-in page for Facebook ads, and we have a separate opt-in page for an existing list, whether that's on our email list or it's on our SMS list or it's on a messenger list. And once they sign up, they opt in, and then they go read, and then they're redirected to an application page. So if you can see my screen, they're redirected to an application page, and on that application page, that's where we can ask them some questions that can help pre-qualify them and get them get a good understanding of who they are and why they're signing up. Now, when they opt in, some magic starts to happen immediately. So what starts to happen first is they start to get some emails from us, and these emails are meant to just give them value. We're not trying our best to just push them, force them, because once we start doing that, it starts drifting them away from you and drifting them away from your brand. So you don't really want to do that, but you do want to have that option in that email for them to click on if they are ready to take a further step. So that welcome email comes first, then we have a value email and the follow up, and then a case study. Typically, that's on day one, day two, and day three. Now, once that happens, all of these links in these emails can give them the option to go back to the application page if they did not fill out the application form. So once they do fill out the application form, now they go to an appointment calendar, a booking appointment calendar. And in this email, we're going to send them a separate email. So we're sending them an email if they filled out the application form because we know that they're serious a little bit now. And now we're making sure that they're going to go straight to booking that appointment in that booking calendar right here. So that's the main focus is we want to ensure that they go here to this booking appointment calendar, and we're going to use scarcity to do that. So normally we use a tactic like thanks for filling out the application page, but currently we are getting booked out for the week. So if you're very interested in moving forward, click this link and reserve your spot before one of our last three remaining spots are taken from us. And then they can click that and go to a booking calendar. Now, normally when they do that, great. If they don't, great. We're going to send them some content. So we got content email number one, content email number two, content email number three, four, five, all within a time frame. And this content that we're giving them is just value. We're giving them a lot of value about what they signed up for. It's the same interest topic of what they signed up for, and we're giving them a lot of value in that email. So if we're signing people up for to sign up to buy apples, then in the content email, we're going to give them descriptions of red apples, how delicious it tastes, how it's made, how to make it yourself, a recipe for apples that you can use, and that just warms them up and gets them more interested in getting that, apple cider recipe from you, and then maybe even going through a meal plan from just as an example. Now, when they get that email, we're going to have some optional links too. That's going to go to some value videos. And that value video is going to give them some education, a little bit about what it is that you do and how you help people. And then that video can have a call to action to book the appointment again. So we're making sure that we're pushing as many links to the appointment calendar as possible because that's initially what our objective is. Now, over time, we are going to use some retargeting too. Once we have a big enough list, then we can use some retargeting tactics. And I'm going to go to that in a minute, but here's our personal retargeting ad that we can run, and then we can push them to a sales page. And I'm going to go to that. Of course, I'm going to go through that in a minute, but let's go through the steps first. Now, once they book that appointment, if they do book that appointment, then that's great because now they're in that final step. And that final step, we can send them our reminders. So we got a thanks email, and then we're going to send them a reminder 1 day prior, 1 hour prior, and 15 minutes prior. And that depending on if you're virtual. If you're virtual, that's typically what it would look like. If you are local, then normally you'll send them an email the day of, thanks email, 1 day prior, maybe 2 hours prior, and then maybe an hour or 30 minutes prior, depending on how far they have to drive to visit you. Thanks email, SMS, the same way. Keep in mind, SMS is important, and it is more important in some cases than emails because emails will get open at 30%, 20%, 10%. SMSs will get open at 70%, 80%, 90%. So keep in mind that SMSs have to be used if you really want to get people. And then, of course, Facebook Messenger, the most powerful form of communication. Facebook Messenger, Facebook Messenger, Facebook Messenger. And typically, Facebook Messenger, same thing. You're going to get your open rates at around 90%, 80%. Um, if you don't believe me, I'll open up ManyChat right now and show you. You probably already have it and you already know this, but just so that you are aware, ManyChat is a platform that you can use for Facebook Messenger, and you're going to be able to get, some really, really good open rates. I'm talking in emails, you're looking at probably 5%, 10%, you know, is things like that. It's not really as good as it could be. So, the majority of your traffic ain't even seeing your emails, much less reading them. But if you can take a look at my screen, my open rates in ManyChat, in Messenger, Facebook Messenger, 97%, 95%, 97%, 88%, 97%, 100%, 98%, 100, 100, 88, 100, 100, 100, 100%, 100%, 85%, 94%, and it stays very high. It stays very, very high. So keep that in mind. Very, very, very important. Okay, now moving back to this, if you can see my screen, this is very important. So you got your follow-ups in place for getting them into that appointment, but you still got these emails that are going to get sent because it's going to be continuously giving them value. And what you want to do, especially in Facebook Messenger, is you want people to show up for your appointments, right? Right. And if you fail to follow up with them correctly, then sometimes they won't show up for your appointment. They won't even tell you. And they won't show up. And the reason is because there's things that come up in life. People are so busy and things come up, and you are not a top priority for them. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're not. But you can use that to your advantage by communicating with them and growing a strong relationship with them. And the best way to do that is through Facebook Messenger. So, Facebook Messenger, you want to give them something free. Give them something for free, something, a PDF, something that they want. They have to want it, by the way. It's not, if they don't want it, they won't care. Then you need to ask them a question before you give it to them. In order for you to get something from them, you have to give first. You have to give first. So give them something first and then ask them a question. They will respond, and then you can give them what they want. That keeps the conversation flowing. Next is you want to ask them some other questions, some future questions. You want to give them something else. And you want to keep giving and keep asking because that conversation will continue to flow. It'll continue to flow all the way up into the appointment. And guess what? When that appointment comes and we ask them, we remind them of it, guess what's going to happen? They're going to tell you that they can't show up. They're not just going to not show. They're going to either show or they're going to tell you that they can't show. So your accountability rate skyrockets if you do this correctly. But again, it has to be done correctly. So moving forward, we want to still push out emails and want to still give them value. Whether they open it or not, we're still giving them. Now, we may have a free training that we want to give them that can help their life, help their daily life. This free training can consist of educational, something that is related to what they signed up for, but we're going to give them a little bit of a taste of it for free so that it'll make them want more. And then we'll push them to the sales page. Now, once we are into that mechanism, some other stuff is happening on other platforms. Um, we're redoing some retargeting now. So imagine doing this. If someone signed up on your landing page, that means they're interested. And if they go to the application page, now anyone who goes to an application page who is an opt-in visitor will start seeing your video of your brand on YouTube. So they signed up on your funnel, they go to the application page, and maybe they did fill out the application, maybe they didn't. But when they go to YouTube, they're going to start seeing your ad. You're going to see an ad from you talking about your brand. If they go to other websites, they're going to see some display ads from you from Google, some image ads talking about your brand, talking about what you do. And if they click that ad, then they can go to a case study page, and that talks about someone who signed up with you and got results from you. And then anyone who goes to this page starts getting case study emails. You see how this all works together? This is called a strategy, obviously. Now, if they also go to Google and they want to search for something, if they want to search for something, guess what they're going to see? They're going to see you again. They're going to see your ad on Google search, and it's going to be a search ad. And if they click it, they go to the case study page. So this is a powerful retargeting right here. Now, if they fill out the application page and they go to the booking calendar, then they are going to be here, booking page visitors. So they are a little bit further down into the funnel. So guess what they're going to see now? Since they took an extra step to fill that out, they're down into the funnel. They may have booked an appointment. Great. they're going to go to YouTube, and then they're going to see some case studies on YouTube. They're going to see some case studies on YouTube, some testimonial videos on YouTube. And then they're going to see some Google image ads of some people who have gotten case studies on YouTube, or on an image of someone who has a case study. And then they click that, they're going to go to a case study page, the same one. Now, again, if they go to Google search, they're going to see Google search, but this time it's going to show a case study inside of that search ad. It's going to talk about Sarah, who got these great results, and she wants to share her story, and they click it and they go to the case study page about Sarah. So you see, it's all connected. It's all connected, and this is called cross-channel retargeting, because we're cross-channel marketing this. So this is how it works. Now, if they go to that case study page, and if they go, once they hit this page, then they're going to start getting these case study emails one by one of these people, different people who've gotten great results from you. And then we're going to push these people to a sales page. Now, the sales page isn't a direct page where they can click something and buy. No, we're not selling actual financial service. We're not selling a financial service. Okay, we're selling the click. We're selling the click. So these people who did not book an appointment yet, they can get a chance to book the appointment. So if they go to the sales page, we sell them into the appointment, and then the call to action for that is to be book appointment. And then boom, guess where they're going to go? Back to the appointment page. They're going to book that appointment. And by the time they get all of this value from us, these people who hit the sales page are definitely super warm traffic, because by then they have gotten a lot of content from us. We didn't rush it, we took our time, and now those are going to give us better percentage rates of shows and better actually quality leads. Now this right here is a example version of our black belt marketing strategy that we use. If you would like for us to discuss your marketing strategy, take a look at your ads, or give you an actual tactic that we believe you should use and incorporate depending upon how your brand is influenced into the market, then I'm going to give you a link below this video. You can click it, and if I am available this week, click it, schedule an appointment, and then if I'm free, I'll be happy to discuss this with you and help you out. Thanks.